After having fully prepared to move into Simply Vanilla, the now year-old Nerd Nation changes course once again, this time delving away from fully vanilla servers. They now find themselves in a strange yet beautiful place, a place in which sailboats ferry them from continent to continent, in which various towns rise and fall like the changing of the seasons. They find themselves in a place where adventure reigns supreme, and where players can make themselves into a nation. This is a land of mystery, of survival, of exploration, and of conquest. Welcome to Loka. Hello everybody, I'm NerdieBirdie, and I'm here to discuss the future of Nerd Nation, and why we're moving away from Simply Vanilla, where we're moving to, as you probably already heard in the introduction to this video, and what we plan to do here on Loka. So first off, why did we move away from Simply Vanilla? We had that all set. We wanted to move to Simply Vanilla, and we wanted to basically start like we did Crafty Mines on there. Very similar server, very similar rules. However, things changed after some certain staff interactions, and I'd like to say this first, that I don't mean any harm to the Simply Vanilla staff. I think they are awesome. I like them as people. I just don't agree, and a lot of my faction doesn't agree with how they run things and how they interact with their players. So I'm not going to go into a ton of specifics on that, one, because it's hard to explain, and two, because I do not want to insult the Simply Vanilla staff. I don't want to draw players away from that server. It's a good server. They want what's best for the server, but I don't think our faction would do well there, and I think that there is something to be desired in the interactions between staff and players. From a player's standpoint as well, I think players could definitely be better to the staff, and I think staff could definitely be better to the players. So I'm just going to go over some general stuff. Basically, there was some kind of lying that was going on to the players a little bit about what this certain committee was about, what its point was. So I was part of this committee that was supposed to make decisions and kind of talk over a lot of the stuff for the 1.13 reset. What's going to happen, what the changes are going to be, what the rule changes are going to be. Basically, we were informed a couple weeks after this committee was created that it was actually just to distract us and have us to argue among ourselves, and possibly generate some ideas along the way, but mostly it's just so staff didn't have to be bothered by players suggesting things. That's probably all I'm going to say for now. Like I said, it's basically the interactions between staff and how they make their rules. And we don't think it would be a good idea for us to go to that server. So we started looking at a bunch of other servers that we could possibly move to. We were thinking about a server called Calatico, which we were looking at before we came to Simply Vanilla. We looked at that a little bit, we looked at some townie servers, we looked at some vanilla servers, and in the end we decided we wanted to focus more on land claim servers than raiding servers. That does not mean there's not raiding, because we have found a perfect combination between raiding and claiming. Welcome to Loka MC. Loka is a custom sort of townie server where you can claim land, you can upgrade your town, you can have a town, like a faction basically, and you can raid territory. And once you claim this territory, you can either expand your base or you can get these different perks, all sorts of different stuff. Around the beginning of August-ish, we will come here in full. We'll create the town and everything, and I will start episode 1 of Loka Minecraft. Now, lastly, what I want to discuss is what Nerd Nation hopes to accomplish here. It is very similar to what we wanted to do with Simply Vanilla. Our goals haven't really changed that much, but we have changed a little bit in the sense that our land is now protected. Nobody can destroy our land. Even people within our own faction aren't allowed to destroy our land as of the rules. People aren't allowed to inside us, which means Nerd Nation will likely become more public than it was before, but the specifics of that we haven't really gone over yet, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit. I'm sorry. We hope to throw community events, which is fully possible in Loka. They fully support player-made events and everything, and they are more than happy to help us out in trying to make community events like the parkour thing we did for Simply Vanilla. So we would like to have a lot of community events. We'd like to kind of revitalize the server, give it some new life, give it some YouTube content to look forward to, give it events to look forward to, and kind of just bring a fresh player base in here, which I think is going to be really cool. So yeah, goals haven't really changed, but this server is absolutely amazing. The community, so nice. I've got help from staff, I've got still help from regular players, I've had voice calls from regular players, so much help, so much support. Stream had a bunch of support. It's been great. It's been a great experience so far. So that's about Loka. That's what Nerd Nation plans to do here. If you're excited for the series, make sure to leave a like and a comment on this video. I will be posting all this to the forums of Loka and all over the place, so hopefully you can find videos, but subscribing is definitely the best way to do that. So I'm very excited to start the series. Nerd Nation is very excited to start the series, and in about 2 weeks from now, beginning of August, because this video is going to release later, we will start recording the series. FamilyTuber is going to stream and maybe record on here as well, so that's to look forward to. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye!